So here's one of the albums. There's like 5 of them. Oh my Jesus. Mom, do you have a flashlight? Or anything that I could hold close to it?
Well, then just take it in on the table and you can do a better job.
Oh, okay. Like here. See, that's me. I was always wearing brown. Kenny always wore blue. Jeff, Debbie, Elizabeth. This is the Halls family. Heather Halls. This is the one that plays the harp. And that's James Halls. Basically everybody. This is my mom's favorite sister, Annette. They do everything together in the corner right here. And she sees her pretty much every day. That's Kenny. Kenny mastered that grin a long time ago. He has an immediate identification towards homosexuality in a snap of his fingers. This is my mom and her sisters and her mom. So my grandma Grace, Verdine, my Aunt Barbara, my mother, and then my Aunt Annette. I talked to Verdine on the phone today about the DVDs that I got, and she was wanting some advice on what movies she could watch. Click. Crazy, huh? That's my sister, and then Jamie Sanders. These are my brother Greg, different ages. That's Kenny again. And that's me. I was always, if you see us in pictures, I was always the heavier one. I actually lost all my weight when I was in 10th grade through 12th grade, and then I eat my feelings. A lot of people do. I'm one of them. Elizabeth has a striking resemblance towards, I'm sure everybody knows, Haley Williams. This is the girl that I think of every time I see Haley's face. It's not anything I can avoid. It's just that close. So I have a partial towards sort of protecting her, I guess. And every time I ever hear a Madonna song, or hear Madonna's voice, it sounds exactly like my sister Lori. Oh no, it's just crazy. And this is how my sisters basically treat all of us like we're boyfriends, even though that's my brother Jeff. Especially Debbie. It's a very innocent and extremely provocative approach towards making a friendship with your family, but she's managed to keep a fine line somehow over the years. And, you know, we all have fond memories of how sweet she was in that one way. She really, really, really likes her twins and her other brothers. She just likes to show it. That's me, that's Kenny. This is Elizabeth and one of her favorite friends, Sarah Thompson. I don't know her and I don't know her. Debbie and Elizabeth. One thing my mom told me when I was a kid, when I was just married and having a daughter, Cora, is take pictures all the time. And because they just change so fast. Well, she says that because, well, she's the inventor. She literally at any time when we were growing up, she just had a camera standing there. No one could tell her otherwise, and she pretty much has captured virtually every moment of us growing up. I remember specifically always seeing rolls of film ready to be developed on her desk or on her dresser in her room. Or every time we would leave the house, we would come back with a full thing of those square papers with 24 pictures in it. Always doubles. This was in junior high. She thinned out in high school a lot like I did. And that's Cora. A lot of people, when MySpace first came out, I'm sure remembers this picture. It's once again Kenny. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Debbie, Elizabeth, Debbie. Christmas mornings. See my mom. My mom actually, well, she bought that camera for the whole family that Christmas. And it came in a silver case with styrofoam to where it fit right in it. And she let us use it whenever we wanted. I mean that. We weren't really allowed to we took care of it. And I only think she made sure we always did was put it back in the case. We always got it out of the case carefully, put it back in the case carefully, but she was, it cost $1,200 even back then. So today's standard, that'd be like
1986.
Well, what would you guesstimate that would cost if it was like today's standards?
I can't.
4,000 or 5,000?
Yeah, but we would never do it, but I don't know.
Yeah, but you used credit cards on everything back
Yeah,
then.
I did. I did.
Now that looks like the other picture, but it's actually my sister Lori and her first husband, or second husband, Shane Morris. That's the dad to Macy, where I went over to Macy's hotel and we kind of had some singing.
Who is the dad?
Shane. Oh, no, you're right. Thank you for correcting me. No, Shane isn't. That's Mason. Shane is to Cassidy, Kaylin, and Michaela, right? Sorry, my bad. Sorry, Lori. One of our Christmas mornings. My mom likes me so much that one Christmas when I was a senior in high school, she completely left me out of every single present opening. Elizabeth was the only one that detected it. She goes, "Mom, there's no presents under here for Curtis." And my mom goes, "Are you sure?" And she looks and she goes, "Yeah." And my mom likes me so much, we always like to schedule date time with each other. And she goes, "I'm so sorry, Curtis."
No, it was a lot more than that. Like I was devastated.
You know, you go, "I'm sorry, Curtis. You know, we can go out tomorrow and get you some stuff." And I'm like, "All right."
No, you were like sweet about it.
I thought that was sweet just now. I go, "All right." My mom was just undergoing some time. Now these are the pictures that everybody sees of Elizabeth. You're just like, that doesn't look like Haley Williams. Well, we've justified ourselves. Now this is Carter, I don't know, Cassidy maybe, and Macy. And we're getting, my mom basically, by the way, she's like a literally a single standalone soul that's 100% obsessed, or at least was, with scrapbooking. If there was a TV channel that she could endorse by going on it every day and just sort of talking her way through her creative measures, my mom would be a millionaire. If they had expanded their channels to sort of inviting and encouraging and advancing in value on that concept, my mom would be famous and wealthy. And everybody can probably see where I get my Corel painting sort of ambitions from. My mom is extremely artistic.
What?
Yes, you are. You just didn't get anybody like full-size stadiums to sort of say, "You're so great." This is all Carter. There's me and Jennifer by the temple. This is probably one of our marriage photographs that didn't make it to our wedding invitations because we changed our clothes a lot, and then we got back in another place to take a picture. This is one of our family reunions. We've been doing these mountain trips into the woods and finding a really nice meadow and building a fire and taking all of our campers out. Usually like one time a year for the Wilstead side and one time a year for the Hall side since I was born. And we don't do it obviously now, but we did all the way up till when I was like 16 years old. And we would always put on these like skits, me and my twin brother. Obviously, this is Kenny when he was on his mission. I haven't seen this picture until right now, but he went on a mission to Guatemala. So his companion was probably taking a photo. So Kenny does speak Spanish extremely well. That's my mom and dad. And Greg, my dad. My dad went to Chile, so he speaks Spanish. My brother Greg went to Spain, so he speaks Spanish. Me and Jeff didn't go anywhere, so we don't speak anything except English. This is a picture of Cora when she was just an infant. She didn't get her hair until after she was 1. And she's sleeping. Now, huh?
Alexa,
Oh.
put meatballs on my Costco shopping.
That's Lori and
Meatballs added to
That-
Costco shopping.
that looks like Julie Gunnell. Mom, is this Julie Gunnell in these pictures? You would know better than me. Because I told everybody that she looks like Maria Menounos. And I told everybody I had the biggest crush on her. And I said, I think
Yeah,
that's
that is.
that's Julie Gunnell.
Yeah.
Ugh, she's horrible.
I don't
She's
think you
trouble.
should be putting other people's pictures on your Facebook.
I'm not putting other people's pictures on my Facebook. See how pretty Lori was? This was like when she was like 17. Now, I don't know my sister that well because I'm 10 years younger than her. But she was just stomping out Keno Junior High in Westwood, honestly. And I guess she's got a job being a... Mom, what is she now? A flight attendant?
Well, she will be. She's in training.
She's in training to be a flight attendant. That's my sister Debbie and Christina, my cousin. And Christina was always around. She's a good friend of Debbie's and mine. Kenny. Mom, I don't know if I'm in here. It's like we gotta go do a photo shooting day. Nothing. Most of these are Kenny. That's Kenny. That's Kenny. Kenny and Greg. That's Macy right there. I'm not in any of these. My pages are the ones they removed. I'll find me in another one.